Hey, so today I wanted to do the A to Z book tag. I think I've done this before. However, I want to go on my Goodreads because my want to read bookshelf is at 2005. So that's a lot of books. So I want to go through books on my TBR that start with letter A all the way to the letter Z and tell you about them, I guess, or maybe even refresh my own memory about them because I don't really look at the want to read list very often. However, it is helpful when I'm looking up a book that I hear about and I'm like, ooh, that sounds good. And I look it up on Goodreads and I'm like, oh, it's already on my want to read list. So I must have really liked the way that sounded. So I use it that way. But for this video, I'm going to use it. And I see that I've got a few here that start with a number. So let's pick one of these. I think I will stick with fiction unless I have to because I can't find anything else that starts with that letter. So I guess the one I will go with is 13 Clues for Miss Marple, which is an Agatha Christie. So I do plan to read all of Agatha Christie in my lifetime. So that's on the TBR. I don't really know what it's about, but it's going to be on the TBR anyway. So Goodreads includes and the, which I don't include when I sort, so I'm not sure why it is sorting it this way. So I will have to kind of go through and find one that starts with letter A. Ooh, okay, this one. I'll go with this one. All That Is Secret by Patricia Raybon. This one I was highly recommended it from Chrissy at Chrissy's Purple Library. So this one is on my TBR. Let's go to the letter B. Okay, another one that I've been wanting to read for a few years but haven't got to it for unknown reasons is The Bark of the Bog Owl by Jonathan Rogers. I believe this is middle grade, possibly medieval setting, but I want to read that one. Let's go to the letter C. As I'm scrolling through this and waiting for it to load all of the letters, I'm seeing all of these books that I have on my TBR, and I wish I could talk to you about all of them, but we would literally be here for hours. For C, I'll take this opportunity to plug my friend Melanie's book once again. I haven't been able to read it yet because you guys know that I've been in a depression lately, and for some reason I just can't read when I'm like this. So I haven't been reading for months. So yeah, there's that. But whenever I do get my reading momentum back, Crown of Beauty and Anarchy by Aurora Bell will be like the first one I go to. So that's going to be for letter C. Letter D, I'm going to go with Dare from book 1 of The Blades of Akatar by Trisha Mingrink, and this one is highly hyped on Reese's channel, and I want to read it because it sounds really good, but I want to finish the Ilion Chronicles first. Okay, here's one that starts with E, The Earth Treader, which is number 1 in the Earthen Crest Kingdoms by Alyssa J. Zavillanos. I've heard of her books from Instagram mostly and also on Goodreads here, and I'm really curious about her books because the covers always look good and the premises look interesting or sound interesting. So let me know if you've read from her and if you think I'd like it. Letter F. Okay, The Fall of Babel by Josiah Bancroft. This is book 4 in the Books of Babel that I have on my favorite shelf. I have read the first 3. This is book 4. I believe it is the concluding to the series, and I haven't read it yet. So I'd really like to finish off that series because it's always one of those catch-22s to recommend a series, but you haven't actually read all the books. So I would really like to finish that series to make sure I like the whole series. Letter G. I'm going to go with The Girl Upstairs by Jessica R. Patch. I read one of hers and I liked it well enough, and I am kind of like looking for a Christian thriller. It's kind of harder to find like something that's truly thrilling. But I hope that maybe The Girl Upstairs, fits the bill. Letter H. For H, we'll go with The Huntress by Carrie Cotton. I really want to read this book, but I have to get my hands on it because I haven't been able to find the audiobook at my library. Maybe I should check again. It's been a while, but I really want to read that one. Oh, I just remembered, but I can't get it from the library because this year I'm trying to read only books I own, so, man. Letter I. Ooh. I think this one is only being released this year, so this is also a new release, but it's The Inklings Detective Agency by John R. Kelly. So if you know anything about the Inklings, that was the literary group that J.R.R. Tolkien, C.S. Lewis, and 2 other members, I believe, were a part of at Oxford. And so they would get together and discuss anything literary, what they were writing, what they were reading, anything like that. And so I'm curious to know what this book is going to be about. If it's like a fictional, The Inklings Detective Agency. So we've got the Inklings plugged in there, and then we have like detectives. So there's going to be some kind of crime or mystery to solve. Yeah, so I'm into this. Letter J. I think I'm going to go with Just the Nicest Person by Christy Barrett because I read one of her books years ago and I really, really liked it, but I could never get my hands on another book of hers for some reason. So I really would like to read another book by Christy Barrett. So, moving on to letter K. Well, let's go with The King's Scrolls, which is book 2 in the Ilion Chronicles, because that's where I'm at. So I need to read The King's Scrolls next, and that book series is by J.L. Knight. Letter L. Let's go with The Lady of Lenaria. There's 2 L's in it. That one's by Michaela Bush. This one is highly recommended in Christian BookTube, and I love this cover, and I just really want to read it. I was going to say watch it. It's not a movie. I really want to read it. I think I even might own it. I think so. I don't know. Maybe not. I'll have to check. Letter M. Let's go with Muddle Earth by Paul Stewart because this is I believe it's going to be like a parody of Tolkien's Middle Earth. I don't really know, but I'm kind of here for it. So, letter N. Okay, letter N. North and South by Elizabeth Gaskell. This is one that I've been looking at thrift stores and consignment stores and secondhand books anywhere locally. Like, I'm not really ordering online, but I've been looking for this book for years. I don't really know much about it. I want to read it before I watch the BBC series. I've heard good things about it. From whatever I've heard, which I forget now, I felt like at that time that I would like it. So now it's just been a bug in my brain that I just haven't been able to let go of. So I need to read North and South. Letter O. I'm going to go with The Orphan King, which is book 1 in the Merlin's Immortals series by Sigmund Bauer. I believe Sigmund Bauer is a Christian fantasy author, so I would like to read something from him. I have a few of his books, but I don't think I've ever read anything from him yet. So I want to read The Orphan King. Letter P. I know I've mentioned this book on my channel before, but Port Royal by Linda Lee Chaikin. This is book 1 in the Buccaneers series, and I mean, it's historical and it's pirates and it's written by a Christian author, and I'm excited for it. Letter Q. This one's gonna be hard, guys. I mean, I guess there's probably a fair amount of books that start with Queen. Yeah, I don't have a lot, but it's either Queen or Quest. Typically. Looks like. Why don't we go with... Let's go with A Quiet Life in the Country, which is book 1 in the Lady Hardcastle Mysteries by T.E. Kinsey. I've seen this one around. I don't really know much about it. It's a mystery. It looks maybe British, maybe historical, so I'm kind of interested in it for that. And it starts with letter Q. Letter R. I'm gonna go with Rora. I think this was a more recent book that I hauled from the thrift store. It is by James Byron Huggins. From what I can remember and from the cover and stuff, um, it is possibly medieval Christian, and the tagline is "One man, one faith, one stand against impossible odds." So, yeah, I'm interested. Letter S. S is going to be a big one, I think. There's going to be so many books that start with the letter S. Let's go with She Who Watches, which is book 4 in the McAllister Files by Patricia H. Rushford. I read in this series, I think I've read books 1 and 2. I'm not sure if I got to 3, but anyway, I would like to finish the series. I've actually read books 1 and 2 twice. For sure, book 1 I've read twice. And I really liked the beginning of the series, so I'm hoping I like the rest of the series. Letter T, which I suspect there might be a lot of the books, and I'm not going to include the. I just want to go by the first letter of the actual word. So, still scrolling through the S's to get to the T's. Let's go with Twinopathy by C.B. Cook. This one I heard years ago talked about from Lindsay at BFCG. She really recommended it, and I have yet to read it, but I do want to. It's just sometimes these indie published books are hard to get a hold of. So, yeah, there's that. Letter U. Also might be a hard one. Not as hard as, like, X. Okay, this one is going to be one that has an asterisk on it. It is Unmasked by Kelsey Chapman. And the reason I say there's an asterisk is because I remember nothing about why I put this on my TBR. The cover looks kind of cool. So there's that. But yeah, let me know if you read that one. I know nothing about it. Letter V. I'm going to go with Voice of Power, which is book 1 in the Spoken Mage series, and this one is by Melanie Sellier. I've read a lot of her fairy tale retellings, and they seem to be pretty good usually, so yeah, let's try this one. W. Okay, let's go with War Safe by Lauren Smith. I think this one is Enclave Publishing, if I'm not mistaken. So that means it should be a Christian author, and I believe it's science fiction, and the cover is so great, so great. The cover sold me. So, I mean, I do like science fiction, so there's that. But that is going to be W, War Safe. Now let's see if I can find anything starting with X. Okay, well, there's one that starts with X, and it is a Cabbage Patch Kids picture book. So by Lucinda McQueen. Oh, that's the illustrator. It doesn't say who it's written by, but anyway, it's called Xavier's Fantastic Discovery, unless you pronounce it Xavier's Fantastic Discovery. I know it's been pronounced both ways, but yeah, there you go. Starts with the letter X, and it's on my TBR. It's on my TBR because I own it. It's not like I really want to read it or anything, but it's for my childhood vlogs, and when I do those in May. So yeah, let's just see what Y has. Okay, Y has a couple, not a ton to choose from, so I'm going to go with The Yellow Rose. It is book 2 in the Lone Star Legacy series by Gilbert Morris, and I really enjoy Gilbert Morris's books, so I anticipate I will like this one. And then the last one, Z. I do have one, guys. I'm surprised. I'm surprised I had one for X, honestly, but Z. So I have Zia, which is book 2 in the Island of the Blue Dolphins. I guess it's a series, duology. I don't know. That one's by Scott Odell. So I have a book from A to Z on my TBR. That's surprising. Well, let me know if you guys know of any of the books that I went through, if you are interested in any of them, and if you have read any of them, do you think I would like them? So yeah, let's talk about books in the comments below, and I'll see you in whatever comes next. Bye!